The election's over. Hillary lost. Trump won. Like it really fucking matters. Hey celebrities. Yeah, you. The guys that said that you would move to Canada, New Zealand, and all the other places in the world with greener pastures than here. Got a question for you. You following through on your word? You making plans and preparations to get out of America, since it's such a horrible place to be now that Trump's in charge? Or are you sticking around? You're sticking around, aren't you? Making excuses as to why you're not leaving. See, problem is, and this is where it all comes down to it, what you did, what you said, isn't very adult-like. It's actually very childlike. And it reminds me of someone who's throwing a temper tantrum because they're not getting their way. And now that their bluff has been called, now all of a sudden, well, gotta come home and eat dinner. Nobody else is taking me in, so I guess I gotta stick around, don't I? Yeah, you do. Don't be such hypocrites. Follow through on your word. Or don't make idle threats. Hey protesters, got a little quick question for you. You see, those of you out there, protesting the democratic process and saying that you don't like the results, he's not your president and everything else. And, to a certain extent, I agree with you. You're absolutely right, 100%. Don't have to recognize him as your president. Don't even have to want to. Unfortunately for you, he is the president. Nothing you do or say is going to change it. And unfortunately, again for you, what you're doing is more like a waste of time, effort, energy, and strength, and knowledge and wisdom, and forward thinking, and contemplative natures, and all sorts of other shit that really boils down to the fact that you're not going to do a fucking thing on the street, holding a sign, doing anything other than screaming your fucking lungs out, going, fuck Trump. I got better news for you. I got a better idea for you. Why don't you get involved in politics? Why don't you actually pay attention to the world around you rather than listening to your college professors tell you what you think you need to hear? And you go and act on it. So what you need to do is you need to think for yourself. You need to go ahead and think for yourself. You need to go ahead and think for yourself. And you need to go ahead and think for yourself some more. Because the only person in charge of you and responsible for you is you. And if you're willing to stand out there with a sign that says fuck Trump, instead of actually getting involved in politics, getting involved in actually doing something positive, then chances are you're not doing anything positive, are ya? Hey, media guys. Boy, oh boy, did you guys do yourself a wonderful favor this election, didn't you? You exposed yourselves to everyone for your bias, for your constant shilling and selling out to people in the establishment. That's why you're turned off. That's why no one trusts you. You literally have sold your soul to the devil. And what has it gotten you? Your complete humiliation. Good job, media. Good job, establishment. No one trusts you, no one believes in you, and no one has any willingness to reconsider those notions. Even with your bullshit letters saying you'll rededicate yourself. Who fucking cares? You should have done that at the beginning instead of waiting until afterwards to go, oops, our readers don't trust us anymore. Maybe we should kiss their ass. No, you can kiss your own ass. The price of peace is eternal vigilance. Elections, paying attention to it every 4 years or 2 years? No. You gotta do it all the time. All the time. Because if you don't, you give the bastards permission to do whatever they want. And trust me, they will do whatever they want. And unless you're there to say no, there ain't shit you can do about it. Pay attention, folks. It's a good idea. How much? How much is it worth? Your humanity, your dignity, your sanity. How much? A couple dollars? A couple hundred? A couple thousand? A couple million? What's it worth? How much are you willing to sell out for? What's it going to take to get you to do whatever it is that the powers that be need you to do? How much? What's it going to take? How much? Because think about it, folks. All of us have a price. At some point, there comes a time when you are willing to do whatever it takes to survive a situation, and you're willing to sell whatever it takes to get to that point. And if it takes your itty-bitty little soul to do it, more power to you. It wasn't worth that much anyway, right? Fuck. Give me a candy bar and an ice cream and we're fucking golden, right? It's the way it works. Corruption works just like that. If you aren't willing to resist it at every turn, if you're willing to make excuses on why it is that you are willing to deal with it and allow it to seep in, you're never going to let it stop. It's just a slippery slope. Election 2016, folks. It's over. At the beginning of this, I said that it really doesn't matter which way it goes. You're kind of going to get the same results. Well, here's why. Both have not said much about ending any wars. Mainly, they've said stuff about expanding them. You haven't really got much in the way of removal and elimination of government bureaucracy and things that might actually get out of our way so we can generate income and revenue and industry and jobs and blah. Neither one have really said anything. So it's really hard for me to believe, especially as much as the Democrats and Republicans are more like a married couple than anything else, because they usually end up fucking everybody but themselves. So it's kind of hard for me to believe that a guy who is picking establishment people to run key areas of his post-election and White House regime, it's not a good sign. So we'll see what happens. But we'll be critical of him just like we were critical of Obama. It's not going to change. I don't give a rat's ass what party he belongs to. People with power deserve accountability just like everybody else. So, final thoughts. Trump's going to be held accountable for the kind of crap that he pulls if it's anything that shouldn't be happening. So, enjoy. We'll see you around. Peace. Oh yeah, subscribe if you want.